Hey, okay, we are talking about how to redefine yourself after divorce. Like so many people, divorce leaves you devastated. You don't know who you are anymore because you've spent years being a mom, being a husband, being a father, being a wife, and you've lost like your identity. So, how do we get that back? How do we find ourselves again? And I'm using the word, how do you redefine? Because this is an opportunity for you to really authentically connect with who you are. And transformation is not about changing, it's about unveiling the potential of who you've always meant to be. And so that's what I love about transformation. For me, my transformation isn't about changing who I am or about going back to who I was. It is about becoming the authentic me that I was never before. And now it's unveiling all of that. So, as a divorce healing strategist, I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people redefine who they are, navigate through this difficult time, and look back and feel really good on how they behaved and how they handled themselves and create a great co parenting relationship. But not only that, I show people how to heal their underlying trauma and their abandonment wounds that got them into a divorce in the first place. Because people really underestimate how much of those childhood wounds and traumas manifest themselves in our intimate relationships. And it becomes a relationship destroyer unless you heal yourself. And so now you can go forth and create amazing, healthy, happy relationships based on your authentic self. So that's what I love, love, love about what I do. And so today I'm going to talk about how to redefine who you are, reconnect with who you want to be in this next chapter. And I'm not going to do kind of like the traditional stuff. I really had kind of like reflected on this week and like, what do I really want to say? Because I feel like there's a lot of platitudes out there about, well, get support. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're here. You're here in our, support group. And I've created a support group. So I know how valuable they are. That's not really about reconnecting with who you are. That's just finding some support from people who understand you. And that is important. You agree. Radical self-care or radical self-parenting, as I like to call it, is really key during this time too, and during your growth period as well. It's not really going to be the key to redefining who you are. Another thing that people talk about is find hobbies, reconnect with your old hobbies, find what you interest, your new interests and hobbies. I don't know about that. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that because what I really think you need to do is get quiet with yourself. This is the perfect time to be still, go within, reconnect with your authentic self, and not go out there with all the distractions. Yes, finding out some new interests and new hobbies, that's part of it. Going to the gym, getting back in shape, getting healthy again, physically, spiritually, mentally, yes. But what I really would encourage you to do is to take this opportunity to really dig deep, dive deep into what these negative feelings are really telling you. And it begins by becoming quiet within yourself. Reflection, quieting that chaotic mind, quieting the chaos, and just being still within your mind and within your body. And that's really where the true healing is going to begin. And trust me, I know this, I know this, I know this because the first step of my healing journey began with me. And at the time, I didn't call it this, consciously surrendering to my loneliness. Because when I was separated, going through that divorce, I was desperately lonely, sad, pathetic, crying, laying in the bed in this strange woman's basement that she'd let me stay there, and just night after night crying. And man, I desperately, desperately wanted to go out into the clubs, go out, meet some men. I really desperately wanted that male attention. I wanted someone to tell me I was pretty and smart and funny and cute and all that good stuff. I mean, it was hard. It was hard sitting with that loneliness, but that was the best thing that I did. And the reason I did this, the reason I did this was because I recognized, girl, you were lonely during the marriage and you're lonely now. So this maybe is not about being married or being alone or being with men. Like there's something in you, girl. You got to sit with this loneliness. I don't know. There was just something telling me to sit with this loneliness. And in that loneliness, in that night after night, crying myself to sleep, I realized, I really feel unlovable. My own biological father had abandoned me when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And if he couldn't love me, I must be pretty damn unlovable. And that is what surfaced through all of that. And that was like an aha moment for me because then I could make the connection between this loneliness and my unhealthy behaviors and relationships with my abandonment wounds. And then it took me years of self-discovery and classes and resources and books and all kinds of stuff to heal those abandonment wounds and my underlying trauma and sexual abuse and all that stuff and healing that and by healing that, like now I'm free. And again, so the good news is like you don't have to spend years doing that because I've figured out how to do it in a matter of weeks, in a matter of months, and giving you a systematic process for doing that and giving you the actionable tools and the strategies and the resources and the guidance that you need to let go of those abandonment wounds, to let go of those unhealed childhood wounds that manifest in your relationships and sabotage those relationships or sabotage your professional life. And so you don't have to spend all that time spinning your wheels. But when you realize that redefining yourself is going to take it's going to take being quiet within yourself, quiet reflection, quieting that mind, understanding underneath that chaos, underneath all that inner chatter, all that noise. When you cut through that noise and just being still with yourself and listening to that inner voice, that's where your true healing is. That's where the transformation is going to take place when you peel back those layers and heal that voice that says, you're not lovable, you're not worthy, you're you shouldn't be heard, you shouldn't be seen. When you peel back those layers and you understand that that's not the truth, you give yourself what you're needing through inner child healing tools, through abandonment wound healing, through the process, man, you realize that on the other side of that pain is the peace you've always been seeking. On the other side of the fear is the freedom. I know it's not easy. It was not easy for me to sit there and be lonely and to cry and to feel desperate and to feel ugly. It was not easy. It's not easy, but I'm so glad. And someone just like just now, man, I just posted this on Instagram too, and right away someone said, oh yeah, that was hard for me too, but that was the first step for me. Becoming who I am began with me just recognizing that I needed to sit with these icky feelings and I really just need to sit with it and allow it and embrace it. By embracing it, only then can we release it. So that's why I'm saying don't go out there, don't go dating, don't go out there distracting, get off the TikTok, get off Instagram, get off those social media apps that are keeping you disconnected from yourself because loneliness is really not about feeling disconnected from others. It's really about the disconnection from yourself. And when you realize that, it's life changing. It is life changing. So I'm asking you to go deep. This was a deep video. This was not just like, oh, 1, 2, 3, do these things. I get it, and it's not easy. It's simple, but not easy. But everything in life that's worth doing, it's gonna be worth doing. Trust me on this. So listen, so our first step, man, I've got this amazing workshop, New Year, Confident New You Vision Board workshop, where we're going to be talking about that. How giving you some closure activities so you can learn how to let go of that past so you can move forward into the future. That's part of it. But also reconnecting with your purpose and passions, a core values assessment where you really dig deep into like, oh, here are my values. I'm reconnecting to that. Maybe you've lost those values. Maybe you don't know who you are anymore. And not only that, you're getting live coaching from me so that I can help you uncover the obstacles, what's keeping you stuck. And again, that exact roadmap that you need to uncover what your goals are and the step by step blueprint to make those goals a reality. Because I feel like that's where the like missing link is. Hey, here's a bunch of pretty pictures, put them on your wall. No, 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 no. There's a way that you need to implement certain steps to make sure those goals are a reality. And also, the mentality needs to be there as well. So I hope you'll join me. It's going to be transformative. It's going to be life changing. You're going to love it. So if you want more details, the link is below, or you have questions, reach out to me. Can't wait. Can't wait to see y'all this weekend. All right. Bye.